Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a realistic luxury bottle render in Blender. So it's about as basic as you can get when it comes to modeling. Very simple modeling, but the real trick here is going to come with the materials, how we're going to set them up, and the lighting, and kind of the posing of the bottle. And I think it just is a really fancy, nice looking bottle with a little straw going in here. And if it's something you want to watch, go ahead, and I will be uploading the final blend file to my Patreon as well. So those of you who are on Patreon, which is in the description below, you'll be getting this blend file. So let's jump in and make a nice looking luxury bottle in Blender. So with a new scene open up in Blender, we're going to select the default cube, and we're going to tab into edit mode, and we're going to go S and Y and scale everything on the Y just till it's thinner. And then in the front orthographic view, we're going to go S, Z and scale it up into Z. And then let's go G, Z, and just move it up till it's sitting on the floor here. And what we're going to do with our bottle here is we're going to press Z and go into wireframe. And let's go Shift D to duplicate, right click, and then let's go Alt S and scale this one in along the normals to make the inside, like so. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to select these bottom verts. We're going to go G, Z, and move them up. And the base of the bottle is going to be a little bit thicker, like so. Then we're going to press A to select everything, and we're going to go Control B or Command B to create a bevel, and then just roll the middle mouse button a few times to add in some extra segments, and then click, and tab back out, and now we have the bottle. Now it actually matters that we have this inside cavity, otherwise the glass shader isn't going to look right. That's why we're not just adding a box and adding a glass material to it. Okay, so back in solid view, let's go Shift A, add in a cylinder. Let's go to our add cylinder settings here, make it 64. And let's go G, Z, move it up. S to scale it, and then let's go S, Z. And then let's go G, move it up a little bit, G, Z to move it up. And I think a size like that looks okay, maybe just a little bit bigger. Honestly, you can kind of tweak this to your own liking. I think these kind of proportions look nice. I might just select both of them and go into edit mode and just move that down just a bit. But yeah, something really simple like that. And to really make this bottle lid look really cool, I'm going to show you a quick little trick. So let's go and tab into edit mode. Let's go Control R, and let's left click once and slide in an edge and slide it up to here, and then left click. Shift D to duplicate, right click to let go, and let's go P and separate that selection. Then back in object mode, we're going to select this ring that we've just created. So you might have to go into wireframe to select it, this one. And then we're going to type in F3 and type in convert. Let's convert to and convert it to a curve. And now if we go over here to our data properties and go to geometry, with the curve selected, we can also go to the bevel and give it some thickness. And then tabbing into edit mode, we can just go Shift D to duplicate this whole curve, like so, and move it down. So I'm going to move mine down like so. And then Shift D to duplicate and have one going all the way to the bottom over here just to kind of cap it off. And then back in object mode, I'm just going to right click and go shade smooth. And I'm going to grab this guy here and tab into edit mode. I'm just going to select the top face and go Control B just to create a bevel. And then I'm going to tab back out. I'm going to right click and go shade auto smooth. And now we have a cool looking lid. So let's start by doing some basic materials. We're going to go Shift A. We're going to add in a light. We're going to go with area light and go G, move it over. R to rotate, and let's just give it a strength of 200 and increase the size. Then let's go to render settings and change it to cycles. And then under the render here, go to the max samples and let's make that 80 samples. I'm just going to save this to my desktop. And now if we go Z and we go rendered, we can see this is what we have. So I'm just going to duplicate this light, have it kind of coming off from the side. And then I'm going to go Shift A. I'm just going to add in a point light and move it behind the bottle here. Just placing it somewhere here, and I'm going to go ahead to my light properties, give it more strength, and then increase the radius. So now in our front view, if we grab the bottle, we go to our materials tab and we can go, it should already have material because it was a cube, so we'll just call it glass. Let's go to our transmission, make it a value of 1, and then drag this roughness down almost all the way to 0. And then we're going to select the bottle lid. We're going to go new, and let's just call it lid. Let's make it metallic. Let's give it a kind of brownish kind of color to make it look like sort of like bronze. And we'll leave the roughness at a more higher value, but bring it down just a bit. And then we're going to select these rings here, and we're just going to go to drop down and give them that same lid shader. Now the glass here actually looks really uninteresting. We're going to make it look even better by grabbing it. We're going to go to our shading workspace, and we're going to grab the base color here and drag on it. And we're going to type in gradient. And let's go with the color for the gradient texture. And then let's go ahead, Shift A search and get a texture coordinate. And yes, you could use the Node Wrangler add-on if you want to. Now I'm going to go Shift A search, just get a mapping node and place it on here. And if you now go into your front view and you go Z and go rendered, we can see we have this gradient coming from the side going to here. Now you could use these coordinates here to change it up a little bit if you wanted to. I'm just going to leave it as default, but you have this option if you want to. But we've got a gradient coming from the left here to the right. So let's go Shift A search and get a color ramp. Place it on here. And let's grab this value over here, make it lighter, make it kind of bluish. I'm going to go something like this. And I'm going to grab this guy here and drag it down a bit and make that lighter, like so. And now we have this kind of cool gradient effect going across, like so. Now, to see this better, we really should go Shift A, just add in a plane, RX90, and hit enter. We're just going to move this back in the scene. And then in our front view, if we go S to scale it up, oops, scale it up like so, we can go ahead and give that plane a material and just make it black, or really dark at least, with a little tinge of blue. So something like that. And I'm also just going to add a camera in the front by going Shift A and adding in a camera. I'm just going to move it back, and then in camera view, I will just move the camera to kind of match the bottle over here. And then I'll just grab that background and I'll scale it in the background, just so it kind of gives us a nice dark background like that. And then with this light over here, we can select that. We can go G to move it. I'm going to move it back a little bit. Maybe move it over to the side. Maybe make it increase the power. Maybe bring down the radius a little bit. And I'm also going to go ahead and make it kind of bluish kind of color, like so. Okay. So we're going to make this look even better, but for now, let's just grab all these lights and the camera in the background and press H to hide it. And let's grab the bottle and also press H. And then we're just going to grab the lid and tab into edit mode, and let's just grab this face down here. Shift D to duplicate, and then let's just E to extrude, S to scale, E to extrude that down, S to scale, and then E to extrude. And we're just extruding and scaling just something like this, something very simple, sticking out like that. Okay, and maybe another little extrusion. And then what we can do, we can tab back out, and we can go Shift A, we can add in, let's go to our curve options, add in a Bezier curve. And then we're just going to move it up and rotate it. And then in edit mode, you can grab these handles and just position them coming from the bottom here. And this is going to be a little pipe that goes in. You can tab back out and then just go to your curve properties, and under the geometry, let's give it some depth with the bevel. And now you just got this little straw that sucks up the cologne that's inside, like so. And you can bend it to make it look even better. But now if we go Alt H to bring everything back, and in camera view we can go Z and go rendered. And now we have that little pipe. You can always grab the pipe, give it a material, and then make it, give it some transmission, and bring down that roughness. So now we have the little pipe coming down there. Okay, but we still need a liquid in the inside. So how are we going to do that? I found a simple way to do that. It's just to grab this bottle, grab a face on the outside, go Control L and then press H. And then we have the inside bit. I'm just going to go Control R over here, left click and slide up the edge to here. And then I'm just going to select all of these bottom faces, Shift D to duplicate, right click to let go, and then press P, separate that selection. And now when we tab out, we can grab this and in edit mode, select it and go Alt S, scale it in on the normals just a little bit. And then let's just grab this top edge and go F to fill that. And that's looking pretty good. We're just gonna press A to select everything, Alt N, and let's just recalculate the outside just to correct any normal issues, so it's facing the right way out. And now let's go back into object mode. And with this thing here selected, this inside volume, we're just gonna go get rid of this glass and give it a new material and call it liquid. And let's just make that kind of purplish. Under the transmission, give it a value, a weight of 1. Let's make the IOR 1.33. And let's bring the roughness way down. So now in camera view, if we go Z and we go rendered, we can see we have this nice looking liquid on the inside. What we can do to control our bottle a bit better is we can go Shift A, add in an empty as a cube, and then just select everything that has to do with the bottle, so all of the bottle parts. Then holding and Shift select the empty and go Control P and just parent it to that. So now if we grab the empty, in our camera view we can go rendered and we can actually rotate the empty and move it and place it wherever we want in our camera view. So I'm going to maybe rotate it a little bit like so. And then I can grab these lights over here and I can increase their strength. And I'm just going to go Shift D to duplicate them, have one maybe coming from the front, maybe from a bit more of a angle, like down here like so. And maybe some coming from the back, so we get some nice rim lighting. Maybe one coming up from here. I'm just duplicating and rotating. So now you can see we've got some nice rim lighting kind of popping out here for the bottle. And that's kind of what we're looking for. Yeah, so let's just thinking about what else we can do here. Okay, I think for now that's looking pretty good. But one thing obviously that's looking unrealistic is this liquid isn't kind of at an angle. So what we can do is we can go Shift A and just add in a plane and move it up. Let's scale this plane way up, like so. Tab into edit mode, right click and go subdivide, and let's give it like 50 subdivisions. And then let's go to our modifiers and give it a displace. And let's go to our texture properties, go new, and let's make that cloud. Then under our modifiers, let's just bring that strength way down. And then let's go and give it a solidify. And then let's give it some thickness. And now what we can do is we can actually grab this inside liquid part over here, this guy, and we can go to modifiers and type in Boolean. And now we can click on this eyedropper and select this liquid cutter thing we just created, this guy over here, which by the way, let's just select it and press M and just go new collection and go create. And now we can at least turn it off in the render and also hide it so we don't see it. But if we do go into our render, our camera here, and we go Z and go rendered, and our main collection here, we can now see that water is, the liquid inside is angled. So another thing that's going to really make this look good is you can go to your world properties. And if you have a HDRI, which there are tons of free ones online, you can just go ahead and add one. And so I've got a few here on my computer, but this is an optional extra thing you can do. And that HDRI lighting could really help. And I'm just gonna take the strength down on mine. And now that I have that lighting, I'm just gonna select my background as well. I'm just gonna go to the specular and just take that tint color and bring it down just to get a bit more darkness in there. Yeah, and at this point, it really is a matter of lighting and positioning and getting things to look exactly the way you want to by kind of art directing a little bit. You know, how you place things. You can always grab the materials and you can work on them as well. And with the glass here, you can also give it more roughness to make it look a little bit more frosty. I think that looked kind of cool in its own way. But I'm just gonna keep the roughness a bit more on the low side. And before we give this a test render, I'm just gonna select that spotlight in the back and just move it kind of more down. And I'll just increase the radius, kind of making it a bit bigger than the bottle. And I'm gonna increase that strength. maybe make it less bluish. Experiment with that all you want. But I think just having that kind of background lighting really adds something to this. Might grab the lid, maybe make that a little bit darker in value just to make it look a bit more like gold, and mess around with the roughness all you want. Maybe a bit more reflection in there. I think it gives it a bit more contrast. But for now, I'm gonna go ahead, save this, I'm gonna go render. I'm gonna render the image. And here we have it, guys, a nice looking luxury bottle render. This will be perfect for perfumes, colognes, things like that. But I really hope you guys have enjoyed it. I've just noticed here that I didn't really have the cutter object that we hid. I didn't really have it high enough or low enough, so I'm just gonna bring it down a bit. So now it's kind of leveling that off more perfectly. But you guys kind of get the idea. So I will be uploading my original to Patreon. You can check that out in the description, and a big thank you for watching.